Please tell us your name and roll number for this exam.
My name is Subhrasnat-Interview and my roll number is 412313.
Without mentioning your name and roll number, please give a brief introduction.
Sir, I belong to Rajkanika Kendrapada. I completed partly my education in Kendrapada, then after in Cuttack. Thereafter, I done my graduation in mechanical engineering. Thereafter, I worked for a brief period in two organizations. And 2021 onwards, I quit my job and preparing for the civil services. And my hobbies are writing poetry and watching cricket.
Sir.
So you said that you have some working experience.
Yes, sir.
Would you have not mentioned here? So what one?
So, yes, sir, I am. So this is not my dad for this. I have written in black pen.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then फिर भूल गए lovely beach later.
Okay.
Photo sir.
Again,
So you are from which district?
Kendrapada.
Your optional is
Public administration.
public administration. Okay, tell me 5 important regions according to you. Why administration failed in many ways? What are the 5 most important regions or critical aspects?
So failed in which sector?
Almost all aspects, if you see, somewhere we are not able to achieve. We have not achieved the desired goal. And still, every time, each and every aspirant is saying that I will go and serve. And these are the things we need to improve upon. And those aspects remain the same, mostly. So you tell me your priority and which are the most important causes for maladministration or failure in administration.
So right now, what I can think of is there is a sense of colonial legacy in the administration process. That my baap type attitude is there. So the officers cannot be more citizen centric, which has been highlighted in many. Even a second ARC report also highlighted the same thing. Second, sir, I can think of the lack of transparency in the system, which is giving rise to the issues of like corruption. Another thing, sir, I can think of that sometimes being excessive neutral also, we are not fulfilling the core agenda of public administration, that is to giving service to the people. So we are mostly means oriented rather than we are not goal oriented. That is, this must
Can you
be
explain that means oriented, not goal oriented?
So with an example, if I say, if someone is a beneficiary, someone is deserving something benefits from the government, but due to the lack of documents, he is not able to get that benefit. So we are adhering a lot of to the means rather than to the serving the service what we are intended to provide.
But don't you think that it is easy to say, but difficult to implement? If somebody is not having the desired requisites, but whatever conditions are there, he or she has to fulfill. Whoever may be the beneficiary, he has to submit those documents.
Yes.
So then how can you say that we're
Sir,
means oriented, not goal oriented?
So what I meant to say is the duty of a civil servant should not only be adhering to means, it should be going a one step forward. If they don't have a necessary document, then we can help them to have to receive that document from the government. But what is happening that excessive means oriented, like if we see there is no document, then we're not giving them the services,
Understand, okay.
particular services.
So we should have the helping hand ready,
Yes, sir.
like in various private organizations.
Yes, sir.
They always help.
Yes.
But here you are saying that we are not helping. We are like that. Yes, if you are ready with these documents, okay. Otherwise, get out. So in a different sense.
Yes.
Okay, 3. Then 4th.
Sir, for I can say, though there is a lot of ICT intervention has happening right now, but we are less focusing on the digitalization part and more lean towards the traditional methods what has been applied. So more technological intervention is needed in the current demand. If we see the current demand, more technological intervention is required. And last point, sir, we think that more center-state coordination is required for the overall development of the administrative system.
So don't you think it is there?
Sir,
Center-state coordination is already there.
It's there, but there is always a scope for improvement. There are many instances we have seen that the central government and state government being the different government.
For example,
For example, sir, the last government, we like Ayushman Bharat is a central government scheme, and previously, which was the Biju Swasthya Kalyan Yojana, and currently the Gopabandhu Yojana, under which the health benefit scheme, that is central government and state government scheme. If it can be merged, then both the people will be benefited more. But due to the differences between the central government and state government administration, that particular scheme could not be implemented. So people, the goal is to include more beneficiaries so that the people will be benefited.
but do you know that we have some limitation in resources and other aspects? We have some limitations.
Yes, absolutely.
So in terms of resources, so your aim, if it is to include more and more beneficiary, don't you think that you will not keep your promises?
Sir, when we, yes, sir, I agree with your point that we have limited resources, but health is a certain sector where if we not focus on health more, then it will lead to creation of, the people will not be healthy, and people will not be
Okay,
healthy.
in such a situation, if you are finding yourself in a situation that more needy persons are there,
Yes,
they need to be included in the list, but you do not have any scope to include because there are some targets and some limitations because budget is there, everything. So how will you handle that?
sir, in that situation, we can ask for CSR funds from the private organization, and we can utilize that fund for the benefit.
No, I'm saying that always it is not possible. No, it should be routed through a scheme. So in that sense, I'm saying in particular scheme, you want to include various beneficiaries are there, they're deserving.
Yes, sir.
So don't you think that there is some other alternatives are also available?
So sorry, sir, I'm not able to think of that.
So fact, those who are not eligible, but they're already in the list because of some corrupt practices, you have to revise that.
Okay,
So go for identifying those who
identify
are
the right
wrongfully included in the list. Okay, tell me, you are from Kendrapada.
Yes, sir.
So there are many issues you might be hearing that always there is some religious and other classes are there, like now in Bhadrak. So according to you, what is the reason for that?
The reason for
For
religious
class,
religious class.
religious class.
Sir, first thing what I can think of the spreading of rumors about like, misinformation, and which is leading to the instigation of certain mass. And second, sir, I can think of in society in general, there is a fear among the minority society that their rights have been hampered. So this kind of situation gives rise to the sense of alienation, and that leads to the social class.
In your particular, in your district particularly, which is the most relevant and urgent issue you are encountering?
So migration is something Kendrapada district is facing a lot because of less availability of work, and so people are migrating to the states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and that is a issue. One issue I can think of, sir. And
And any immigration issue?
Sir?
Illegal immigrants?
Yes, sir. Illegal immigrant from the Rohingya Muslim people are entering into the Bay of
So,
Bengal.
are we serious about that issue?
Yes, sir. We are serious about this issue.
Then why it is persisting on grassroots level, ground level? We are not getting any that kind of improvement
Sir,
or any initiative from the government.
the improvement has been done that in the coastal, in Rajnagar area where the Bay of Bengal coast, it has been, the patrolling has been increased, and peoples are also, like the village peoples are becoming more vigilant towards it to restrict any type of illegal immigration, illegal migration.
Okay, tell me, you have studied in government schools.
Yes, sir.
So why government schools? Many people, mostly parents, they are not convinced, or they are not comfortable, even though they are struggling in their day-to-day life. They prefer to send their kids to Saraswati Sishu Vidya Mandir if they have money to DAV public school or other public schools. Why not government school?
Sir, the issue I can think of the lack of infrastructure. If we see, sir, the integrated district information report on education, which provides that 30% schools in government of Odisha has a potable drinking water. Even the annual status on school education report by the Pratham NGO, which says that 60% schools, government schools in Odisha don't have a separate toilet for boys and girls. Apart from that, sir, the infrastructure, basic infrastructure also. Even up to class 5, when I was also studying in my school, there is one single room for which caters 7 class students. Like in one room, there is class 1 to class 7 people were there, and teachers. And
Is it true? 7 classrooms?
Yes, sir.
I don't think that.
In one class, there is 7 classes where people are sitting. When I was in class 5, I was the situation.
But what is the reason? No teacher was there, or classroom was
So
there?
there is teacher was not there also, classroom was not there also.
I cannot believe in that.
So it, sir, it is.
Why I'm saying,
Yes,
yes, 2-3 rooms are there. Otherwise, that there is a possibility 2-3 students are there for each class. So most importantly, being compelled in such a situation, the teacher prefer to let them sit in one classroom and teach them.
So
because
there is
unavailability of teachers.
Yes, sir. There are 2 rooms were there. One room was dedicated for the teachers and one room for the classroom. It was big. I'll not say it is a small room. It was
No,
big.
no, I understood.
Yes,
It is
sir.
a big,
But there is
but
only
7
2.
is too much. I think.
No, sir. Up to, it was there, and there was only
Okay,
2
tell
teachers.
me, you told about toilet.
Yes, sir.
You tell me, what is the importance of toilet? Why, after studying so much and qualifying in such a competitive exam, don't you think that my job is not to supervise whether somebody is using toilet or not? They are openly defecating or not? Don't you think that this job should be given to some other person who subordinate to you? When it means it's panchayat level, why being a block development officer, why you need to supervise all these sanitation or sanitary programs and all?
Sir, a block development officer job is to overall development of the block. Overall development.
No, that is there. I
Yes, sir.
understood. I want specific answer. Why toilet is important? If not toilet, we are not habitual in that using toilets. Then what is the problem one may encounter?
Yes, sir. So
Briefly.
Yes, sir. Open defecation leads to diseases, different type. If it is
Any other disease then?
sir, sir, even of in the diseases of what I can think of right now.
So that's why I suggest you.
Yes,
It's my suggestion. Always remember. So that's why we are failing in administration. We are not focusing on that. What we need to do, we need to put ourselves in another person's shoe to realize. So that is the reason clearing exam and clearing interview is not important, but to realize what is happening, and if not, what would have happened or what would happen in that particular sense. Let me tell you 3, 4, 5 things. If women, then definitely there is an attack on her modesty. Then also snake bites. Then also lightning is there. Then also thieves. Then somebody may steal, because nature's call. Who will come, go and lock everything and go?
Yes.
If somebody, a women having one kid and is a widow,
Yes,
that may be
definitely.
possibilities there. Then also many other aspects are also there. You might have find your mother and sister, they are not drinking enough water because they choose not to
They're scared to
drink,
go outside.
go outside. So better to eat less and drink less water. So these are issues are there. Then all these issues, then also privacy,
Yes.
because that gives us a privacy. Like you said that one classroom is there. Similarly, many houses are there. There are only one room.
Yes.
So that gives privacy. One can think of something, and also um, it gives us private space.
Yes.
So that aspect also there. And finally, the functional toilets are not there because the provision of water. If water is not available, can we imagine that somebody will, can you think of somebody will go 2 kilometers, 1 kilometer, or 500 meters to bring water? Rather, he or she will prefer to take water from that tap or that tube well and go the nearby places.
Yes.
So openly difficult. So these are the issues we need to focus on. Sir.
So you have completed BTech in mechanical engineering,
Yes.
but you have taken public administration as the optional.
Yes.
Why like mechanical engineering was also available?
Sir, as you can observe also, sir, after my engineering, I worked for around 4 years. So that the theoretical knowledge was, I was not fostering the theoretical knowledge up to some part. And apart from that, sir, mechanical engineering did not have any overlap over the general studies paper, which is there in civil services. And after a very thoughtful decision, when I see all other optional subjects, public administration is something which attracted me and which I thought I handled. So I took public administration as an optional. So
Okay. So you were working with Tata Motors for 2 years.
yes,
Okay. So there are so many large Indian companies. Tata is one of them.
yes,
But many other groups are there, Ambani, Adani, a lot of other groups are there. But Tata Group's fame and their reputation, especially related to philanthropic activities, it is a little bit different, very respected all around the world. So, in short, can you tell us something about the Tata Group, its beginning and currently, what are the major companies? Because it is involved from salt to software, all
Yes.
everything. Yeah? So, just a short profile of your previous employer.
yes. So Tata Group started in 1905 when they established the first iron and steel industry in India in Jamshedpur by Sri Jamshedji Tata, who is known as the father of industrialization also. And after that, they dwell into different ventures like Tata Motors and Tata Iron and Steel, Tata Consultancy Services and all. So the fame for Tata is because of their transparency in the system and the corporate governance system, and a lot of philanthropy work by like major, whether it is be Jamshedji Tata or JRD Tata or Ratan Tata himself. So the sense of and the product what Tata Group sells, they have a high amount of trust in the people. They have built trust among the people over the period of time. Hence, they command a very good respect in the society. So,
Okay. So, hobbies you have mentioned, writing poetry,
Yes.
then
Shairi.
shairi is cricket,
Shairi and
shairi and
Yes.
cricket. Okay. What is the difference between poetry and shairi?
Sir, so Shairi is a modern developed. Shairi is generally regarded in Urdu language. The starting of the Shairi was in Urdu language, and it is short form of a poetry. But poetry is a much elongated form of elongated form, and it has multiple stanzas and multiple paras. So that is the difference I can think of between poetry. Shairi.
So, who is your favorite shair?
Sir, Rahut Indari is one of my favorite shair, and Sampoon Singh Kalra is one of which we know as Guljar.
Hmm.
Also, he is also sir, one of my
So
favorite.
they are more or less the people who have Bollywood has adapted a lot of work from them.
Yes,
The more classical shairs and poets also
poets also.
from Urdu, Hindi.
Sir, I followed Odia poets mostly,
Acha.
and I like the poetry of Madhusudan Das and Gopabandhu Das also, Radhanath Rai also, and Sachidananda Rao Rai also. I follow them.
Okay. Now suppose your hobby poetry writing, shairi and all. Now suppose there is a you are posted as the Tahsildar of a district and there is you are given the charge of maintaining law and order in a place and there is a communal violence related issue there.
Yes.
So using poetry or sharing or whatever values or virtues you have learned from it, how are you going to manage this situation? Suppose like you were discussing in the beginning, there is some kind of a rumor and due to the rumors there is some kind of a riot in your place of posting. So stepwise tell us what are you going to do? And in that total plan of action, how will you use your knowledge of shairi or poetry to bring back normalcy?
Sir, as the rumor is there, we have to provide the counter. There is a scenario of misinformation, false information. The first step is to provide the right information in the mass. The right information. Then, if you ask about sir, my how the poetry and shairi will help. Sir, if you see our history of independence, the freedom fighters used literature to influence the mass in a larger mass to use their songs or their stories and poetry by this. So we can consult with the poets in the local poets so that they can come up with something more which will be influence people not to go in a wrong direction. So that can be done to pacify the master.
Okay. Recently, this government of Odisha has renamed or started, whatever you can say, something Utkarsh scheme or program.
Utkarsh scheme. So I have read about. I'm not able to recall it right now.
Utkar Sodse.
Utkarsh Odisha. Like we
Make in
are,
Odisha.
we are talking about Make in India.
Yes.
Now, suppose same thing is interested on you that we would like to have manufacturing and all other things in Odisha.
Yes.
So what are the steps you will take to ensure that this Make in Odisha, mainly manufacturing, that takes up first step because we have lost many big projects. And now there is also a talk of a big EV project
Yes.
going away. So suppose you are in charge now. So what steps will you take?
So first step we can think. I can think about sir the how we can promote ease of doing business. Ease of doing business means like we how we can the creation of single window system for the approval or easy way for land acquisition and grievance redressal of the company. Maintaining proper law and order because law and order if not maintained then companies will not be motivated to come to Odisha. And apart from that, like more transparency, if we increase in the process, then the industries will be more motivated to work towards the to opening more and more plants in Odisha, sir.
Okay. You have written that you are a volunteer and organizer for
Yes.
Youth Red Cross.
Yes.
So what is the motto of Youth Red Cross?
So motto of
Youth Red Cross.
Sir, Youth Red Cross motto is to develop a sense of service in the youth and overall development of leadership quality and a sense of service to provide service to the society, sir.
Particularly three words they use during your common claps and all. Health, service, friendship.
Health service friendship, yes.
Um, Tell me something about Henry Dunant and what's the difference between Red Cross and Red Crescent societies.
Sir, Henry Durant started this Red Cross movement after the Battle of Solferino in Switzerland. It was started in 18, if I'm not wrong, it's 1869 it is started, sir. And it was named as Red Cross. But Turkey as a country did not accept as Red Cross, hence they started the Red Crescent movement. Like they did not accept the symbol of Red Cross, so they started the Red Crescent movement. That is the difference between Red Cross and Red Crescent.
Okay. You also written that you have organized blood donation camps.
Yes.
So now suppose in your office you have to organize a mega blood donation camp. All your subordinates, colleagues, and general public also they will come. So what are the things you should keep in mind? And it is in May, in summer. You are organizing a blood donation camp. What are the things which you have to keep in mind as an organizer? And what are the precautions that you have to take so that people don't faint or they are not in any problem?
Yes, sir. Sir, as you mentioned, it is summer, so proper shade system, or if it is done inside also, proper ventilation and system should be ensured. Then should be ample amount of water for rehydration, and not only water. After the blood donation also there is a process of providing refreshment to the blood donors. And after that also, after donating blood also, we generally tell them to wait for 10-15 minutes under observation, so that there will not such an issue. And even if some issue arises, their doctors are, or we will keep some doctors in the emergency condition so that they can attend that, or the health workers also who collect the blood, and they are also can attend the donors also, sir.
So public administration you have taken as your optional.
Yes, sir.
So what is this concept of neo-taylorism, and how in practical when you are now going to work as a BDO or Tahsildar, whatever you have learned from neo-taylorism, how are you going to implement in your office?
So Taylorism talk about did not consider the human factor in the system. They also consider that human is just a cog in the machine. But neo-Taylorism included the human factor in the along with Taylor's principle, the human factor was included. So in administration, what administration system what we can use, or the one of the principles of neo-Taylorism that he talked about the standardization and scientific management of work. Standardization means when we talk about any example, if I say the citizen charter that provides the quality, what if the service is provided, what is the quality of service and what quantity of service, both are ensured in the citizen charter. So that is a manifestation of neo-Taylorism, I can say so.
Okay. So my last question you would be: you have done your graduation BTech from Gandhi Institute of Engineering and Technology. So two parts of my question: do you think that Gandhi is relevant? Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhiji is relevant in today's, especially the thought process of the youth? Are they learning anything from whatever Gandhiji or let's say Martin Luther King they have taught? Or do you think that slowly Gandhiji is Gandhiji's thought is losing relevance, number one. Second is, how are you going to implement Gandhian thought, okay, as an administrator in your work?
So Gandhi will, so Mahatma Gandhi is relevant and will always be relevant in our Indian context, not an Indian context, in a world context also, because the concept of non-violence is one of the prime. When we say India should be like the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, what India is propagating, that is the core idea, that the core behind the ideology is non-violence. And second, sir, Gandhi's concept of Gram Swaraj, that is the development of India can only possible when there is a overall development of the villages in India. So this is how Gandhi is relevant. And sir, what was your second question?
Like, how are you going to implement Gandhian thought
Yes, sir.
as an administrator in your work?
Yes, sir. The second thing, I'll Gandhiji talk about the Gram Swaraj, that is self-sufficient village economy. So if people are self-sufficient in a village, then the issue of migration can reduce up to a larger extent. And he talked about the village and cottage industry also, which is a manifestation of our MSME industry. The small MSME industry, if it will grow, then our manufacturing sector can bloom. So this is how we can make Gandhiji's idea into reality.
Okay, thank you. Now feedback.
ମୁଁ କହିବି ଯେ ଓଭରଅଲ ଠିକ ଅଛି, ଯୋଉ କଣ୍ଟେଣ୍ଟ ସବୁ ଭଲ ଅଛି, କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ କଣ୍ଟେଣ୍ଟ କୁ ଆମେ ଯେତିକି ଟାଇମ ଅଛି ଆମେ ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ ଆନ୍ସର ଟା ଦେଲେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ବେଟର ହେଇପାରିବ। ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ ଇନ ଦ ସେନ୍ସ ଯୋଉଟା ଚିରାଚରିତ ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି, ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷଟାକୁ ସମସ୍ତେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଇଟାକୁ ନ କହିକି ଯେମିତି ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ଆମେ ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନ ଉପରେ ଫୋକସ କରିବା କି କରିବା, ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ ଯୋଉଟା କି ୟୁ ନୋ ଦ୍ୟାଟ, ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ସେଇ ଜିନିଷଟା ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ପଚାରିଲା ବେଳକୁ you are specific ଟିକେ ଭାବିଦବ, ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜ କର ଥଟ୍ କୁ, ଦେନ୍ ରିପ୍ଲାଏ ଦିଅ, ସେଟା ବେଟର। ଯୋଉ ଟଏଲେଟ ହଉ ବା ଯେକୌଣସି ସ୍କୁଲ କଥା କୁହାହେଲା ବା ଆଜ ଏନ୍ ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନ ହ୍ୱାଟ ୱିଲ୍ ଡୁ, ଟେକ୍ ସମ୍ ଟାଇମ୍, ତାପରେ ସେଇଟାକୁ ଟିକେ କଲେ ଟିକେ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜଡ ହବ। ଆଉ ସେଇଟା ଯୋଉ ଥଟ୍ ଟା ନା ଟିକେ ମନେ ପକେଇ କହିଲେ କଣ, ଆମେ 3-4ଟା ପଏଣ୍ଟ ମନେ ପଡିଲା, ତାପରେ ତ ଆରେଞ୍ଜ କରିକି ଟିକେ ଟାଇମ ନବାଟା କିଛି ଖରାପ ନୁହେଁ। ବଟ୍ ଏମିତି ହେଲା ବେଳକୁ କଣ କି, ସେଇଟା ଯେମିତି କୁହନ୍ତି ଆମେ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କଲା ମାନେ ମ୍ୟାନେଜ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ, ଯେହେତୁ ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ତ ଘୁରି ଘାରିକି ସେଇଠିକି ପୁଣି ଆସିବା। ତେଣୁ ଆଉ ଜଣେ ପଚାରୁଥିବ ତ ଟିକେ ଟ୍ରାଏ କର, ମାନେ ମୁଁ କହିବିନି ମାନେ ଓଭରନାଇଟ ଜଣେ ସବୁ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିଦବ, ବଟ୍ ଓଭରଅଲ ସବୁ ଆସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ଠିକ ଅଛି। ଆଣ୍ଡ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସ୍ ଜମା ଯଦି ବି କୌଣସି କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ଆସିଲା, ଯଦି ବି ଜଣା ବି ନାହିଁ, ତ ସେଥିରେ ବି କିଛି ଉଡେଇ ହବାର ନାହିଁ। ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲ ଜିନିଷ ଯଦି ନ ଜାଣିଛ ତାହେଲେ କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ। ତ ସେଇଟା ହଉଛି ମୋର କଥା, ମାନେ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜ କର ଥଟ୍ କୁ, ଆଉ ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ ଟିକେ ଭାବିକି ଯୋଉ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଅଛି, ଯେମିତି ସ୍କିମ କଥା କହିଲେ ସାର୍ ଯୋଉଟା ଉତ୍କର୍ଷ, ସେଇଟାକୁ ଟିକେ ଇଏ କରିବାର ଅଛି। ଆଉ ଯଦି ଏବେ କେବେ ଅଛି ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ?
4 ତାରିଖ।
ତା ଭିତରେ ବି ଯେତେବେଳେ ବି, ଆଜି ଗୋଟେ ନ୍ୟୁଜ ପେପରରେ ବାହାରିଥିଲା ଯୋଉ ମାନିଆ ବନ୍ଧ, ସେ ଯୋଉ ଇଏ କଥାଟା ବାହାରିଛି, ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ବହୁତ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଇଏ, ନନ୍ ଭାୟୋଲେନ୍ସ ଫର୍ମ ଅଫ କାହିଁକି କୁହାହଉଛି ସେଇଟାକୁ। ଆଉ ବୁଦ୍ଧିଜିମ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଜୈନ, ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ହିନ୍ଦୁଇଜିମ୍ ର ମାନେ ଏଇଟା ମିକ୍ସଚର ଏଇଟା ଅଛି, ଆଉ ଭେଜିଟେବଲ କଲର, ସେଇ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷକୁ। ଆଉ ସେଇ ଯୋଉ ରୋହିଙ୍ଗ୍ୟା ଇସ୍ୟୁଟା କହିଲେ, ସେଟା କଣ ଗ୍ରାସରୁଟ୍ ଲେଭେଲରେ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ଆମେ ତାକୁ ଏତିକି ସେନ୍ସିଟାଇଜ ହେଇନାହାନ୍ତି, ଯୋଉଟା ମୁଁ ପଚାରିଲି କହିଦେଲେ ଯେ ହଁ ଆମେ ହେଇଗଲେଣି, କିଛି ହେଇନାହାନ୍ତି, ଆମକୁ କେବେ ଫରକ ପଡୁନି। ସେଟା ସୁଡୋ ସେକୁଲାରିଜିମ କନସେପ୍ଟଟା ଏତେ ଆସିଯାଇଛି ଯେ ଇଫ somebody belongs to some particular religion, then if he is talking about any negative and also in a educated manner with proof, still ଆମେ କହୁଛୁ ନାଇଁ ସେଇ ଇସ୍ୟୁରୁ କଣ ହବ। ତ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସେଇଭଳିଆ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଆସିଯାଇଛି, ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ କଣ କୁହାହଉଛି ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ଜେହାଦ, ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ କନସେପ୍ଟ ମୁଁ କାଲି ଗୋଟେ ଏଥିରେ ଶୁଣୁଥିଲି। ସୋ ସେଇଭଳିଆ ବି ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ ଜିନିଷ ଆସିଲାଣି। ସୋ ଆଗେ ନିଜେ ବଞ୍ଚିଲେ ତ ଅନ୍ୟକୁ ବଞ୍ଚେଇବ। ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଆମେ ଶରଣ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଅନ୍ୟ ସବୁ ଧର୍ମକୁ, ଆମେ ମାନେ वी आर ahead of others, ମାନେ ଆମର ସେମିତି ମାନେ ହିନ୍ଦୁ ବୋଲି କିଛି ନାହିଁ, ହିନ୍ଦୁ ଆମେ କେବଳ ରହିବେ କେମିତି ନାହିଁ। ବଟ୍ ବେଳେ ବେଳେ ନା वी नीड टू बी ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ, ସେ ଜିନିଷଟା ଆମେ କହିବାକୁ ପଡିବ। କାହିଁକିନା ଆଫ୍ଟର ଅଲ୍ ଯିଏ ଯାହା ବି ହଉ ହ୍ୟୁମାନିଟି ଅଛି, ଆଉ ହ୍ୟୁମାନିଟିଟା ଯଦି କୌଣସି ବି ରିଲିଜିୟସ ରୁ ଥ୍ରେଟ୍ ଆସିଲାଣି, we need to be very cautious.
again
Is like
tolerant हवा दरकार कि extra tolerant हवा
bas bas tolerant हम already ଅଛନ୍ତି ଭଦ୍ରକ ର ଦୟା କଥା ଯଦି question ଆସେ we are already tolerant इसलिए देखो तो ଆମର movie ରେ ବି ପିକେ ମୁଭି ହେଲା you can be very vocal ସେଇ ମାନେ କହିପାରିବା ଆମେ ଯେ ପିକେ ମୁଭି ରେ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଯେମିତି ଶିବଙ୍କର ଇଏକୁ ନେଇକି ଶିବ ନ ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ ବା ଜଣେ ଗୋଟେ ଆର୍ଟିଷ୍ଟ ସେ ଶିବ ବେଶରେ ଅଛି ସିଏ ରିକ୍ସା ଫୁଲ କରୁଥିଲେ ମୁସଲିମ ୱିମେନ ଦି ଜଣ ବସିଥିଲେ ତାକୁ ପୁଣି ହଟେଇ ଦିଆଗଲା ତାପରେ କହିଲେ ଚେୟାର ତଳେ ବସିକି ଇଏ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଇଜ ଇଟ୍ ନେସେସରୀ କାରଣ ଆମେ ଯଦି ଇମାଜିନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେ ଲୋକଟା ଡରିଲେ କଣ ସେ ଖାଲି ଚେୟାର ତଳେ ପଶିକି କେବଳ ଯାଇପାରିବେ ଦୌଡ଼ି ଦୌଡ଼ି ଯିବେନି ଟଏଲେଟ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷ ଏଇଟା ବି କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ଆମେ ଯଦି ସେଇ ରିଲିଜିୟନ ଏଗେନ୍ଷ୍ଟ ରେ ବା ଟିକେ ଭାବିକି କରିଦେଇକି ଦେଖ ହାଉ ଇଣ୍ଟେଲିଜେଣ୍ଟ ଦେ ଆର୍ ସୋ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଇଣ୍ଟେଲିଜେଣ୍ଟ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଟଲରେଣ୍ଟ କରିବାର ଅଛି ବଟ୍ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଟଲରେଣ୍ଟ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରୁ ଆମେ ଏକ୍ସପେକ୍ଟ କରିବା ଟଲରେଣ୍ଟ ହେଇ ଚାଲିବେ ମାନେ ଲାଭ କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ହବ ନା ଯେମିତି ଆମେ କରପ୍ସନ ଟାକୁ ଟଲରେଟ୍ କରିଯାଇଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଦିସ୍ ମଚ୍ ଇଜ ଓକେ ଏଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ହି ଇଜ ପରଫର୍ମର ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ କହିବି ହି ଇଜ ଭେରି ଏଫିସିଏଣ୍ଟ ହଁ ଟିକେ ପଇସା ନେତା ପଇସା ଯଦି ନେଲେ କରପ୍ଟ ଯଦି ହେଲେ ହାଉ ୱିଲ୍ ବି ଏଫିସିଏଣ୍ଟ ଯିଏ ପଇସା ନେଲେ ତ ଏଫିସିଏଣ୍ଟ ହେଇପାରିବ ନା ଆଉ ଯଦି ପଇସା ନଉଛି କାମ କରୁଛି ତାହେଲେ ତ ସେଇଠି ତାର ଠିକ ଗଲା that means without any bribe or anything he is not doing so how will be performer ତ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଆସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ରେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଭଗବାନ କରନ୍ତୁ
marks
ମାର୍କ୍ସ ମୁଁ କହିବି 150 ରୁ 160 ମୁଁ ଏଇଥିପାଇଁ କହୁଛି ଗୋଟେ ସେଫ୍ ଇଏରେ ମାନେ ସେତିକି ଭାବ ଆଉ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ଗଲା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଭାବିଥାଉ ଯେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ମୋର ସ୍କୋର ରହିଥିବ ଇଏରେ ସାର୍ ବି କହୁଥିଲେ ଅଲରେଡି ଆପିୟର୍ଡ
so 158 ମିଳିଥିଲା sir
ନା ନା ମୁଁ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ କହିଲି ସବୁବେଳେ ସେଇଟାକୁ ଆମେ ଭାବିବା
UPSC means
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ମାନେ UPSC means କଥା ମୁଁ କହୁଥିଲି sir
ନା ନା ମୁଁ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ କଥା କହୁଥିଲି UPSC ରେ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ
Last year.
ନା ନା ମୁଁ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ କହିଲି ସେଟାକୁ 1 କେତେ 58 ତେଣୁ ମୁଁ କାହିଁକି କହିଲି ଏଇଟା 150 60 ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଲକ୍ ହେଇପାରେ କୌଣସି ଖାତା ଦେଖାରେ ମେନ୍ସରେ ଯୋଉଥିପାଇଁ କି whether you know or don't know I don't know ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିଛି ଯେ କେମିତି ସେଥିରେ ପ୍ୟାରିଟି ଆସୁ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁରେ ବି ଗୋଟେ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ପ୍ୟାରିଟି ଆସିଛି ଏଥର କଣ କରିବି ଜାଣା ନାହିଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଇ
ଭଲ marks ଆସୁଛି
ହଁ ତ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁରେ ବି କନଫିଡେନ୍ସ ହେଇକି ଯାଅ ଯେ ମୋର ମାନେ ମେନରେ ଏତେ ମାର୍କ ଅଛି ମୋର ଏତିକି ହେଲେ ହେଇଯିବ କାହିଁକି ନା ଇଫ୍ ତମେ ଯଦି ଏଆର ଉପରେ ଫୋକସ କରି ରହିବ 158 ତ ଥିଲା ଏଥର ଏମିତି ଖରାପ ହବ ତ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ 158 ଇଜ ଭେରି ଗୁଡ ସ୍କୋର ଆମେ ସେ ଲାଇଟ ରେ ନ ଯାଇକି ବରଂ ବେଟର ହବ ଆମେ ସେ ଲାଇଟ ରେ ଯିବା ଯେ ମେନରେ ବଢିଆ ମାର୍କ ରହିଥିବ ଆଉ ଏଠି ଜଷ୍ଟ ଆସିବାକୁ ଅଛି ଆଉ ମତେ ଲାଗୁଛି ନୂଆ ଚେୟାରମ୍ୟାନ ସାର୍ଙ୍କର ବି ଯୋଉ ଜଏନ କରିକି ମେ ବି ଯଦି
ସେଟା ଆସିନି ବୋଧେ
ନାଇଁ ସିଏ sir ଏଇ ଇଏରେ
ସିଏ ଯାଇକି ଅକ୍ଟୋବର ପରେ
କାହିଁକି ମଝିରୁ ପୁଣି
କାଲି ବି ତ କେହି ଆଜି ବି ପିଲାଙ୍କ ସହିତ ମୁଁ କଥା ହଉଥିଲି
ନାଇଁ
କାହିଁକି
ନାଇଁ ସେ
ନା ଏବେ ମାନେ ନୁହେଁ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଯଦି କାଲି କାହିଁକି ଜଏନ କରିବେନି
ନାଇଁ କଲେ ବି ସିଏ ମାନେ ମୋଷ୍ଟଲି will not be in the ଏଇ ପ୍ରୋସେସ
କିନ୍ତୁ ସାର୍ ସେଇଟା କରିବା କଥା
ମାନେ କଣ ଭାବେ କହିଲେ ସାର୍ ଆପଣ ମଝିରୁ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କଲେ କମ୍ପୋଜିସନ ଟା ପ୍ୟାଟର୍ନ ଅଫ ମାର୍କିଂ ଅଲଗା ହେଇଯିବ
ନାଇଁ ସିଏ ତ ଜାଣିନ ଯେ ମାନେ ଦେଖ ଆମେ ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଟା ଦି ଡେ ଜଣେ ଡିଜି ହଉଛନ୍ତି ସେ ଜଏନ କଲେ ସେଠି ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାର୍ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛନ୍ତି ଜଏନ କଲା ମାନେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ଆପଣ ସେଇଟା କାହିଁ ଭାବୁନାହାନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ଅଲଗା ଆସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ଭାବୁଛି ଗୋଟେ କମ୍ପିଟେଣ୍ଟ ଲୋକ ନ ଗଲେ ସିଏ ଯିଏ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଚେୟାରମ୍ୟାନ ଆପଣ ମୁଁ ଏଇଟା ଇଏ କରିବା କଥା ନୁହେଁ ବଟ୍ ଜଣେ କି ଯାଆନ୍ତୁ ଆଉ ଯେତିକି ମୁଁ ଶୁଣିଛି ଇଣ୍ଟିଗ୍ରିଟି ଆସ୍ପେକ୍ଟରେ ସମୟଟା ଆମେ କହିପାରିବା ଯିଏ ବି ଚାର୍ଜ ନେବେ ବେଟର ବୋଲି ବଟ୍ ଯାହା ବି ହଉ ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ହୁ ନୋଜ୍ ଯଦି ସେମିତି ବି ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ଆସିଥିବ ସେମାନେ ଯିବେ ମାନେ କୋଉଠୁ ସେମିତି ସୋର୍ସରୁ ଜାଣିଲେ ସେ ଜଏନ କରିବେନି ବୋଲି
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ସେ ଜଏନ କରିବେ
ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଶୁଣିଛି ସେ ଜଏନ ଯଦି ବି କରିବେ ସେ ମାନେ ଏଇ OCS ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ପ୍ରୋସେସ ରେ ହି ୱିଲ୍ ନଟ୍ ବି ଇନଭଲ୍ଭ ମାନେ ଯୋଉଟା already start
ମାନେ ମୁଁ ବି ଶୁଣିଥିଲି କି OCS ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ପୁରା ପ୍ରୋସେସ ସରିଲା ପରେ ସେ ଜଏନ କରିବେ ବୋଲି
ହଁ
ରେଜଲ୍ଟ ବାହାରି ଗଲା ପରେ ସେ ଜଏନ କରିବେ ବୋଲି
ସେମିତି ରହିବ କି ଯଦି ବି ସେ ଜଏନ
କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଜଏନ କଲେ ତ obviously ପାର୍ଟ ହେବେ ପ୍ରୋସେସର
ନାଇଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିବା ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ଏଇଟା ଭାବେ ବିଲିଭ କରେ ଯେ ସେ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡାକ ଆଫେକ୍ଟ କରିବା କଥା ନୁହେଁ କାହିଁକି ନା ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଟିଗ୍ରିଟି ଉପରେ କିଛି ନୁହେଁ ଗୋଟେ ହଉଛି ମୁଁ ଯୋଉଦିନ ଜଏନ କଲି ମୁଁ ତାପରେ ବୁଝିବି ମୁଁ ନିଜକୁ ଦୂରେଇ ରଖିକି କଣ ଭାବିବି ତାପରେ ଇଏ କରି ଯିବି ବଟ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ପ୍ୟାନେଲ ରେ ବସିବା ଆଉ ଇଭାଲୁଏସନ ଯଦି ଜଣେ ଜାଣିପାରିବେନି ଗୋଟେ ଦିନରେ ଏଇଟା ଆରାମସେ ଜାଣିପାରିବେ ଏନିୱେ ତ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ହଉ
ମତେ ବି 170 ପାଖାପାଖି ତ ଆଜିର ଇଏରେ ରହିବ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଆନ୍ସର ପିନ୍ ପଏଣ୍ଟେଡ ଅଛି ଆପଣ ଖାଲି ଦିଟା ଜିନିଷ ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ମୁଭମେଣ୍ଟ ହଉଥିଲା ତେଣୁ ଆପଣ ହାତ ଆଣ୍ଠୁ ଉପରେ ରଖିଦେବେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ହେଲା
ରେଷ୍ଟିଂ
କି
ପୋଜିସନ ରେ ବେଶୀ ବସିବେ
ହଁ
ଟିକେ
ମାନେ ମେରୁଦଣ୍ଡଟା ସିଧା ରହିବ ଅବଶ୍ୟ ସେଠି ଚେୟାର ଗୁଡା ଅଲଗା ଟାଇପ ର ତ ସେଇଟା
ମାନେ ଟିକେ ଆଟେଣ୍ଟିଭ ଲାଗିବ ଯେମିତି ଆଉ
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍।
ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ସବମିସିଭ ରହିକି କଣ ଅଛି ମାନେ
ଆଉ
ଇଏ
ଗୋଟେ ସ୍ମାଇଲ ଟା ଟିକେ ରଖିବେ ଆପଣ ବହୁତ ଟେନ୍ସ କାରଣ ଆପଣଙ୍କର କ୍ୱାଲିଟି ଅଫ ଆନ୍ସର ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଅଛି ତେଣୁ ଆପଣ ପୁରା କନଫିଡେଣ୍ଟଲି ସ୍ମାଇଲ ଟା ମେଣ୍ଟେନ କରିବେ ତ ମାନେ ୟୁ ୱିଲ ଗେଟ୍ 170 ପ୍ଲସ୍ ଆରାମରେ ଇଏରେ
ଯାହା ବି ହଉ ଖାଲି ଭାବ ଯେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ମାର୍କ ଭଗବାନ କରନ୍ତୁ। ବାପା କଣ କରନ୍ତି?
ବାବା ପ୍ରାଇଭେଟ ଜବ ରେ ଥିଲେ ଏବେ ଜବ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି।
ଯାହା ହଉ ତମେ ଏତେ ମେନ୍ସ ବି ଲେଖୁଛ ନା
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ୟୁପିଏସସି ମେନ୍ସ
ୟୁପିଏସସି ମେନ୍ସ ବି ଲେଖୁଛ ମାନେ କଣ ଆଗରୁ ଥରେ ବି ଦେଇଥିଲା ୟୁପିଏସସି ମେନ୍ସ ନା ଏଇଥର
ସେ ୟୁପିଏସସି ମୁଁ ଦିଥର ମେନ୍ସ ଦେଇଛି।
ସେଥିରେ କେମିତି କଣ ମାର୍କ?
ସାର୍ ମାର୍କ ମେନ୍ସ ରେ ଭଲ ଥିଲା ଖାଲି ଗୋଟେ ଥର GS3 ଭଲ ହେଇନଥିଲା ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଥର ମାନେ ଓଭରଅଲ ଟିକେ କମ
ଏଇଥର ଭଲ ହଉଛି?
ଏଇଥର ମୁଁ ଦେଇନି ସାର୍।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା ୟା
ମୁଁ
ପୂର୍ବରୁ
2021 ଦେଇଛି ସରି 2023 ଦେଇଛି 22 ଦେଇଛି।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା ହଉ ସେଇଟା ବି ଟ୍ରାଏ କରୁଛ ଆଉ ମୁଁ ଖାଲି ଏତିକି କହିବି ବହୁତ ଜଣ ଅଫିସର ଅଛନ୍ତି ମେକ୍ ସମ୍ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ
Yes,
ଅଟୋମେଟିକ
right, right.
ଯେମିତି ହବ ଏଠି ମାର୍କ ମାନେ ସାର୍ ବି 250 ରୁ ବି 250 ପାଇବା ଲୋକ ବି ଥିଲେ ଆଉ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେଟା ଡିଜର୍ଭ କେବଳ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଲୋକମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମାର୍କ ଦେବେ ଭଲ ଅଫିସର ହିସାବରେ ଇଭେନ୍ ୱି ୱିଲ୍ ଫିଲ୍ ପ୍ରାଉଡ ଅଫ ହିମ୍।
Yes,
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Sir, it actually.
Thank you.
So let's see it actually. Mic.